if that's the case here.
Calderon is out there with a Flalo. Then there's Robin Lopez. Then it's Anthony. And it's Porzingis in the power forward position. That's Derek Fisher's 5 as we get going into the second half. Offensive rebound. Lopez dishes to Calderon. Outside Anthony. For the 3. Count that one. Anthony's got 7 points in the game.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Harden the pass to Jones. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Houston shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
A Flalo, that's good.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
Yeah, and they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Yeah, did a really good job of drawing foul after foul. Very physical and rugged in how they perform. And it paid off.
Anthony, the pass to Porzingis. He feeds it to Calderon. Pass to Porzingis. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Beverly. Houston leading by 5. Harden outside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one's on Anthony. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
You know, and Akeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career blocks, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, just a legendary low-post defender.
Here's Harden. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Okay, that's more like it. A nice job here in the second. And their field goal percentage is way up compared to what they did in the first half, where they shot a very low percentage. It actually was just above 30%.
And he gets it to go.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
From deep of Flalo. The Rockets pull it in.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Terry kicks to Harden. Can't hit from the low block. Knicks trail by 6. Here's Porzingis. Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Harden against Calderon. And Brewer kicks to Harden. And he uses the glass on the layup. Harden's got 10 points here in the second half.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. 5th best, the Rockets.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Lance Thomas comes in for Porzingis. Langston Galloway's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Grant in for Jose Calderon. Here's Thornton. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open. Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
In the corner, Thornton with it. It's deflected. Down low. Here's Thomas. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Now just a 2-point Rocket lead.
Well, after a horrible half of shooting, they've bounced back here in the second half and picked up their shooting percentage quite nicely.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
And the Knicks making a change here. Williams is checked in. Houston also making some changes. Dwight Howard's checked in for Capella. Patrick Beverly comes in for Marcus Thornton. And it's James Harden in for Jason Terry. The Knicks have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. And so Quinn nails both of them.
Boy, a perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
And Clark, those free throws need to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
The three from Harden. It's hauled in by Thomas. New York's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Knicks have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. And it's tied up with that one. He dishes it to Howard. Back to Harden. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow! And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. The Rockets on top. They lead by a bucket. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. The Rockets shoot really well, 54% from the floor. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Rockets. McDaniels is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Harden. Then there's Howard. And it's Lawson in at the point guard.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Well, Quinn dishes to a Flawler. And it's sent back by Howard. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza. Porzingis, he's checked in for the Knicks. It's stolen by Ariza. And it's Houston on the break. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Anthony's checked in for New York. 6 on the shot clock. Porzingis can't hit.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
No good from Howard.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Rockets leading by 6. Harden the pass to Howard. Back to Harden. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Howard's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
McDaniels kicks to Howard. Fade away. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And it's a 10-point Houston lead.
Galloway with the basket. Next turn.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Here's McDaniels, and it's Houston with another.
And we're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
And Lawson with the drive. Kicks it to Howard. Now the dish to Harden. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's had.
Here's Porzingis. Good D by Howard.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Harden with it. Now guarded by Aflalo. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here for the Knicks. Robin Lopez is checked in for Lance Thomas. And it's Calderon in for Langston Galloway. The Rockets also changing it up. Terrence Jones is checked in for McDaniels. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Ty Lawson.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Shooting for
And the first one drops.
Robin Lopez. At the line.
And both free throws good for Lopez. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And here's Harden for three. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Lopez has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And here's a follow for three.
The clear look at the hoop, he doesn't miss many of those.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Rockets.
You're right there, Steve. And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, Clark, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
Well, it deflates the opposition when you can be pesky defensively, and then it sparks your offense, and that's what happened for them. When you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's hard to overcome that kind of defensive pressure.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn them.
Sure did. I mean, this means they'll come out on top in the season series, 2-1 now. Got to be happy about that.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Harden. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Here's Ariza. Poked away, but he gets it back off the mark. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they